My goodness, my gorgeous Gemini, listen to me very carefully, please, because this is going to be quite important when it comes to the year 2025. This year is going to be completely different to what you can possibly imagine. This year is going to be much better than what you could have possibly imagined. Why? And how do I know this? Well, let me tell you. Number 7, it's your number when it comes to numerology. This is probably one of the most powerful numbers you can possibly have, and it's clearly indicating the fact that you are you're gonna have by the end of this year the biggest transformation of your entire life. And you know why I'm saying also that this year is going to be completely different to what you can possibly imagine. You see, number 7 in numerology means lots of things. It means that you're going to be really intuitive. It means that you're going to be completely open-minded. It means that you're going to be in touch with yourself like never before. And this is all going to be contributing and pushing you towards doing the right things. Doing things that, sometimes we need to take a certain risk. But sometimes when we do need to take a certain risk, it does put us off, of course, naturally. But having this like a powerful number 7, that you're going to benefit from, it means that, subconsciously you will know exactly what to do and you're going to be extremely intuitive. So of course that this is going to be contributing towards you making the right decisions at the right time. And number 7 also, my gorgeous Gemini, means, especially in this particular case, that you are going to make this major discovery. That's why I'm saying that this year it's going to be completely different to what you can possibly imagine. And I mean this in a good way, and I mean this in a positive way, in the best way ever. So number 7 also indicates the fact that in January you are going to have this big discovery. There is something major there's something major that's going to happen to you. There is something major you're going to discover. Whatever you're going to discover, you're going to realize something so important. You're going to open your eyes. You're going to reconnect with yourself like never before. You're going to find yourself, at such an important path which is going to lead towards your own destiny. What are you going to discover? It's going to turn your life around, because at the same time you will know, my gorgeous Gemini, that you need to start some kind of a venture. You will realize, oh my God, I need to start some kind of a venture. And this is exactly what is going to happen to you in January 2025. You will know, based on that particular discovery, which venture you need to start. And I don't need to tell you, I'm not going to tell you that this is something which is going to put you off. This is not going to be something that this particular venture here, this is not going to be something that, is most certainly going to kind of put you off or anything like that. This is something that you wanted to do for a while. Or maybe some of you wanted to start this venture for like a very long time, but once you have this discovery, my God, everything is going to be absolutely obvious. You're going to feel really deep within that this is pretty much so the path of your own destiny, something that you are really destined for, and so to some of you it's going to be like, it's going to happen in this particular way. It's something that you wanted to start for absolute ages, and only after this discovery you will be able to start this. And to some of you, my gorgeous Gemini, it's going to be for the first time ever. For example, you're going to have this major discovery, and this is going to really kind of trigger something within you. You're going to open your eyes. You're going to have the biggest moment of your own awakening, and you will realize that there is some kind of venture you will want to start. So to some of you, it's going to be like a venture that you wanted to start for ages, and to some of you, it's going to come in a form of like you wanting to start this particular venture for the first time in your life. Whatever it is, it's going to be successful. Whatever it is, it's going to be brilliant. Whatever it is, it's going to be absolutely life-changing. And this is why, my gorgeous Gemini, you are going to feel like, woo, so determined. At the time of the year when you wouldn't even really kind of think, subconsciously or consciously, that you could rise to these particular levels, So this is why this is already going to start turning your life around. You're going to become become so impressed with this venture. You're going to become so inspired with this venture, and you're going to start becoming so happy and so excited and so optimistic. I think, to be quite honest with you, that people in your life, people who know you really well, people who understand you, are going to be like, whoa, you look different, you sound different, like something is going on, wow. And you know, it's like people in your life who really know you really well will be able to tell based on your energy that something is happening, something really good is happening to you. And this is going to mean to you even more, because you know, it's the way you will feel inside. You will be projecting this on the world, on the outside, which is ever so beautiful, especially when someone mentions it, you know, somebody who is in your life, somebody who means to you so much, you know. And this in itself, it's really going to beautifully elevate you. But also, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Gemini, having said that, having said all this, in January you're still going to realize that in order to start this venture, okay, in order to start this venture, you can't just start straight away. You know, you can't just, that's how you're gonna, I'm not trying to bring you down, but that's how you're gonna feel like, oh God, you know, like you will feel like you want to start straight away, but you know, this life is sometimes just like a little bit not as easy, not as simple, which means that maybe there is gonna be a little level of frustration that I'm seeing here, because you're gonna need to work a little bit more right now after you have this realization, in order to kind of like walk away from like an aspect of your life that is preventing you to start this venture right now. This is nothing bad. This is nothing negative. This is just the way the life is. So I don't want this to make you feel too frustrated. It's all about like kind of like a really making certain decisions and see how you can do this, how you can go around this. So you will realize that you're not going to be able to start that second, but just you thinking about it, it's going to really project and create that beautiful energy. So you will know based on that energy within yourself, you will feel different. Everybody will notice that something is going on. So this is all going to be contributing towards you feeling more and more keen and more eager to start this. You know, I don't need to tell you this, because this is exactly how you're going to feel. But you are going to need to come up with some kind of a plan, how you're going to walk away from the life that no longer serves you, how to walk away from something that has most certainly come to an end, but you can't just walk away like straight away. You're just going to need to come up with some kind of a plan, because at the same time, you know, this in itself, like, although I said that there's some kind of a venture, the whole new venture is going to start, you're going to decide to kind of start this venture, you know, I know I mentioned this, but, you know, at the same time, with that particular venture, your life is going to also become so much more practical. You know, so much more practical, my gorgeous Gemini. So that in itself, like, it's really kind of telling me that whatever has come to an end, or whatever it's coming to an end in your life, it's right now draining so much energy from you. You know, like there is no tomorrow. So this is why this is important indeed. And also, when it comes to the January, my gorgeous Gemini, you know that there is one particular person you're really gonna need to watch for. There is one particular person who's going to be like a little bit naughty, you know, and it's somebody who is in your life, you know, somebody's just going to be like a little bit naughty, and that particular person is going to demand something from you that shouldn't be demanding from you in the first place. So you need to remain strong. You need to remain strong, and you need to set the boundaries when it comes to that particular person. You setting the boundaries when it comes to that particular person, actually, it's going to be really good for both of you. Really good for both of you. And even if it seems tough or whatever it is, what I'm saying right now, this in itself is going to be brilliant for both of you. Okay, so this is why it's important to set the boundaries when it comes to that particular person in January who's going to be demanding something from you, and you're not going to like it. You're not going to like this whatsoever, but you need to remain strong, because this is going to be good. This is going to be brilliant for both of you. There is a lot which is going to be resolved by you just like kind of of understanding that you're going to need to set the boundaries when it comes to this particular person indeed. When it comes to the month of February, my gorgeous Gemini, you know, you are going to have such a beautiful, like a really nice surprise in February. You are going to have a nice surprise in February, and this in itself, it's really to do with this message you are going to have. And this message is like pretty much so to do with some kind of like progress, you know, and this is really going to surprise you because it's to do with something that you did not have a progress like with whatsoever. And this in itself, it's also, my gorgeous Gemini, gonna be so important because at the same time, when it comes to the month of February, there is something you are gonna need to like kind of start here in February. You see, like for example, when it comes to this progress, you see, this is not something huge, this is not something major, but when it comes to this progress in February, you need to understand that there is something, as soon as you have that pleasant surprise, oh my God, like, I can't believe that I had a progress with this. Like, wow, I didn't have a progress with this in absolute ages. So this is going to be like a pleasant surprise. But at the same time, what you need to understand is that there is something that you're going to realize that you're going to need to do when it comes to this progress. But you're going to, and when it comes to this message, when it comes to this happy surprise, like a pleasant surprise, progress with something that has been making, that has been bringing you down for a while, and progress with something that you did not even like to think about anymore for too much because you would feel negative because there was no progress with this whatsoever. But this in itself is to do with something really personal problem, personal issue. And this is also to do with something that it's like basically, it's like to do with something that you don't really like to talk to lots of people about. Only the main people in your life who you open up to know things like this, you know. So this is something really personal, and this is going to mean to you so much, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to this personal progress. But okay, that's great, that's a positive news, it's going to make you feel good, but I must not forget to tell you that as soon as you become aware of this message, as soon as you become aware of this progress, it's something personal. You don't like to talk to everybody about this, just remember this. So also, as soon as you become aware of this, there is going to be a realization. There is something immediately you're going to need to do, and you must not leave this hanging, you know. There is something immediately you're going to need to do when it comes to this progress. And for the love of God, I really pray to God that you don't really kind of ignore this, because sometimes we can be so happy, we can be so excited, and then sometimes also it depends how many things are going on in our lives at that particular time. Like maybe you're going to think, okay, I need to do something immediately, but you're going to think maybe next week, maybe in 2 weeks, maybe in 3 weeks, maybe next month, and it never happens or something like that. So what you need to do is you need to understand that this energy in February is going to be extremely beneficial for you, like in terms of as long as you take the right steps, you're going to be absolutely fine, okay? So this is a great month to kind of also take risks. And even if a risk doesn't work for you, there is something major which is going to come out in form of some kind of a lesson, which is also going to be life-changing, like later on, for example, in a year. You know, so it's going to be beneficial later on in the year. So this is why, my gorgeous Gemini, you need to act immediately. You need to do something about it immediately, okay? And also, when it comes to the actual March, for example, when it comes to March, you really are going to have such a brilliant idea. In March, you are going to have a brilliant idea. But before you have this idea, it's like a kind of, you are going to have some kind of a hermit mode. Oh, a lot is going to be on your mind. You're going to feel at some point in March like like you want to take some time out. You're going to feel like you want to spend some time by yourself, which is absolutely fine. fine, nothing unusual, but you are gonna feel a little bit withdrawn. And having said that, you know, when we feel like this, we do find ourselves like entering a very special and a very powerful dimension. We tap into this dimension which really opens our mind like nothing else. And also at the same time, when we are so open, we tend to have these insights we would never otherwise have. So there is this insight that you are going to have, my gorgeous Gemini, in March, and this insight which you're gonna have, it's gonna come in form of you having some kind of idea, having some kind of amazing idea. But this amazing idea, it's really to do with like you changing your life, you know, and you being so much more happier, you living much better life, you're gonna feel much more content if you take this idea very, very seriously. You're gonna be so much happier because this is gonna ultimately lead towards you. Because of this idea, your life in October, at around October 2025, it's gonna be completely different. Like, I cannot even explain to you how happy you are gonna be in the months of October 2025 because you decided to take this idea very, very seriously. This idea is to do with you changing your life. This idea is gonna lead towards like such a beautiful lifestyle change, but you're gonna be so much more happier, so much more optimistic, so much more content. And by the time you get to the months of October 2025, my gorgeous Gemini, all I can say to you, you will be looking around and you will be remembering March. You will be remembering March, and you will remember when you had this idea, and you will remember how this idea came to you as well at the time when you least expected. This is going to be so random, oh my God, but you're going to feel so strong about it. You're gonna feel so strong, and this is to do with you changing your life, like a big lifestyle change. Maybe you're gonna decide to change your home. Maybe you're gonna decide to redecorate your home. Maybe you're gonna decide to change your lifestyle. You know, it really depends how exactly this is going to happen, but all I can say to you that by the time you get to the month of October, you will remember this. You will remember this, trust me. And you will be looking around and you will be thinking how much different your life actually is. Absolutely brilliant. So this is why I need you to take this idea very, very seriously. Do you see how much it's going to be happening already? And I've already mentioned only 3 months of this year, like, oh my God. And by the time you get to the months of April, by the time you get to the months of, yeah, it is, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, that's right. By the time you get to April, my gorgeous Gemini, you really are going to, you know, by the time you get to the months of April, you are going to realize, my gorgeous Gemini, that you really kind of, you're gonna feel like you also want to kind of you will be focusing a lot on things that your body needs, and this doesn't surprise me at all when so much is happening, you know. So in April, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, in April you will be focusing, and you will be realizing what your body is missing out on, you know, like, for example, maybe in terms of nutrition, you will realize what your body needs or what your body is missing out on, or maybe like a certain vitamins and minerals you're gonna kind of realize that you're needing. Some of you are gonna turn kind of towards like a really healthy lifestyle, like a some kind of like a training maybe, or some kind of exercise if you can exercise. Some of you are going to be focusing like on like a really kind of healthy foods and things like that. Some of us are going to be able to identify something that it's not doing good to you or to your body. You know, we are very intuitive when it comes to things like that. When it comes to our mind, body and spirit, my gorgeous Gemini, you know, you need to understand it's all like interconnected, which means that very often we feel like we want to have like a certain food, like a certain strawberry, like a strawberries, for example, and sometimes we just feel like, oh yeah, it's just like a strawberry, a fancy strawberry, but lots of very often people don't realize that, you know, it's vitamin C that we maybe need, because strawberries are rich in vitamin C. So it's all about like kind of being able to also understand what our body is trying to tell us, you know. So this is quite important when it comes to your personal balance in April 2025. But also, my gorgeous Geminini, when it comes to the months of April, you know, it's like a basically, there is like in the months of April, there is something you are going to be so indecisive about. My goodness, you know, the months of April, you're going to be extremely indecisive about. And what are you going to be indecisive about? It's like basically, you know what, it's someone is going to be kind of, you are going to be on some kind of a mission. You are going to be on some kind of a mission in April. And somebody, I know, oh God, I'm going to be on some kind of a mission. Yes, that's what I'm saying, that you are going to be on some kind of a mission in April. And all I can say to you, trust me, you will know. You will know what am I talking about when it comes to April, because you will either want to buy something really big, like if you're lucky enough, some kind of a house or like some kind of a car, or you will kind of want to buy like a really big purchase, so this kind of mission, or you will want to start something major, like some kind of a contract or some kind of agreement, something that, so it's either you're going to buy something really big, or you're going to be on a mission to start some kind of a contract or some kind of an agreement. But if you do that, then you will know that if you start this, it's going to be like really not as easy to come out of, if you know what I mean. So you need to be kind of careful with these things, of course. But the reason why you're going to be indecisive is because while you are on this mission, there is one particular person you're going to be dealing with, and I don't like this person whatsoever. And this is going to happen like within the first, like about half of April, within the first half of that month, for example. So while you're on that mission, you will be dealing with somebody who I do not trust whatsoever. And that's why you're going to be so indecisive, because you will be dealing with somebody who is, so whether you're going to be looking to buy something big, like a car, like a house, if you're lucky enough, or you're going to be looking to start some kind of a contract or some kind of a deal or something where you need to sign something, and then it may be like a little bit difficult to come out of it later. So you're smart, you're clever, so I don't blame you for kind of thinking about things, how you're going to do this and if everything is okay. But my problem here is that particular person who you're going to be dealing with. You're going to be dealing with somebody dishonest and somebody who I don't like and somebody who you should stay away from. And that particular person is going to be the main reason why you are going to feel so indecisive in the first place. And then you're going to realize something is not right with that person. Something is not going to be right with that person. So you have to be very, very smart here, my gorgeous Geminini. And as soon as you kind of realize that if you want to buy something big, get something big, or like, just remember, you're going to be on some kind of a mission. It's going to be major, but that doesn't mean that you need to rush this aspect of your life. This is going to happen within the first half of April. In the second half of April, someone else is going to come out who is going to be much better to kind of do this business or deal with or whatever. So you just need to be a little bit patient and you're going to be absolutely fine. And for the love of God, do not ignore your intuition. When your intuition is going to be guiding you that something may be wrong with this particular person. So this is why you need to be strong. You need to be strong, my gorgeous Geminini, okay? So you must not rush with this, whatever this is, when you find yourself on this mission, okay? My goodness, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was in April. So when it comes to the months of May, my gorgeous Geminini, you are going to have such a nice reward, big reward. You are going to have when it comes to the months of May, and this big reward, it's really pretty much so, you're going to find this really rewarding because it's to do with your hard work paying off. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. So you are going to have a big reward in May, my gorgeous Geminini, and this big reward that you are going to have, this is going to be the direct result of your hard work. Bless your heart. But what you're going to also realize that I know this is going to sound really weird, but also when you have that reward, you know, for your hard work in May, you're also going to realize that when it comes to your financial situation, you are really going to need to accept the fact that you're going to need to make an important sacrifice, and you will know what that is, okay? You will realize that you need to make an important sacrifice in order to protect your finances and to protect your financial situation and to make your financial situation much better as well. And I'm not saying that your financial situation is not better, please don't get me wrong, you know, please don't get me wrong, but you are just going to realize at the time when you do become aware of this big reward, you know, for your hard work, you're also going to realize in order to stay on top of things, you're going to realize that you need to accept the fact that you're going to need to make an important sacrifice in order to protect your financial situation. Maybe just to kind of not worry about certain things kind of slipping through in terms of finances. You know, maybe you're just going to kind of realize that something is like kind of draining your financial situation, but you don't need this to drain your financial situation anymore, you know, because of this reward. So this is why this is going to be so important for you, because at the same time, this is actually going to turn your life around. This is going to be the beginning of a really beautiful change, but it's not going to seem like it, you know, but it's going to be the beginning of a beautiful change. And also, when it comes to the month of May, I'm not being funny, not connected to this, you're going to have an enlightening experience, my gorgeous Gemini. And this enlightening experience is like, oh my God, you know, you are really going to realize that that we are not in this world forever. Of course you knew that we are not in this world forever, but you just through this enlightening experience, you're really going to think a lot how, you know, we are in this world for a certain amount of time and then we die, we move on, you know, and the life goes so quick. The life goes by. So this is going to be really deep and spiritual and also rather emotional experience you're going to have in May, because this enlightening experience you're going to have, it's not only going to make you aware, remind you of the fact that we stay, the life is quite short, really short, but it's also going to really kind of be an emotional experience at the same time, because you are suddenly going to realize an importance of reconnecting with one particular person in your life. Maybe somebody who you've fallen out with, somebody who you didn't get on with, somebody who you didn't get on with for a while. And maybe, you know, because this is happening in May, maybe you're gonna fall out with that person prior this month, you know, maybe you're gonna fall out with this person in between, I don't know, January and May, for example, but I know it's gonna be going on for a while by the time you have this enlightening experience. So this enlightening, or maybe it's somebody who you've fallen out right now as we speak. Maybe you've fallen out with this person in 2024, maybe you've fallen out with this person in 2023, 22 or whatever, but there is still like a very strong connection that I feel in between you two. So whether you've fallen out with this person like ages ago, or you've fallen out with this person like just basically like a few months before the month of May, this enlightening experience is clearly going to guide you towards you, and emotional experience, very powerful emotional experience, because after that moment in time you really are going to look at things in a different way. Seriously, in general, something is going to make you very sharp, and something is going to make you strong, something is going to help you to recenter and ground yourself at the same time, and it's going to remind you of this particular person you need to immediately reconnect with, you know, and it's to do with somebody who's a little bit strange every now and then. Somebody, you know, I've seen somebody like this in your readings before. It's somebody who's like a little bit unusual and somebody who's like a little bit strange, and maybe that particular person had like a very strange upbringing, and now that particular person is like looking at life, you know, through the completely different lens to everybody else. And sometimes when people do have a very strange upbringing, they respond to the world and to everybody in a slightly different way, where lots of people would say, oh, an arrogant and horrible person, but then that person doesn't mean to be like that, for example. And yes, there are some spirits, some souls that do operate in this particular way, but then it's on us to kind of like to try to, you know, feel and connect to what's beyond this, you know, because very often there is a lot that these people are hiding, and that's the way they project things in life in a slightly confusing way, but it doesn't really mean that they're horrible. So anyway, so you will know who you're gonna need to kind of reconnect with here, my gorgeous Gemini. The next month is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next month is gonna be the month of June, my gorgeous Gemini. June, it's like really gonna, June, it's gonna make you feel like, a little bit sad, because, you know, no, don't get me, please, don't, not like morbidly sad. No, but June, it's gonna make you feel really sad, because you're going to realize that somebody very close to you, like it's about to go away. Somebody very close to you, somebody like maybe a great friend, or like an amazing family member who you get on so well. You're gonna have this message in June. It is June, isn't it? Yeah, you're gonna have this message in June. You're going to have this realization in June. You're going to find out that somebody very close to you, whether it's like really one of your best friends, or like one of your amazing family members, you will know that somebody's going to relocate. Yeah, somebody's going to go somewhere else. Somebody's going to relocate. And you're going to be like, oh no, you know, and this is going to make you feel really sad. But then again, at the same time, when you do find out where this particular person is going to relocate, you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't wait to go and see you on the holidays and things like that. So it's going to be like this, you know, like first of all, you're going to be a little bit sad, but then again, you're going to be happy, because wherever this person will go, you will be able to visit. And this is something which is going to really kind of help you to be optimistic when it comes to all this. But it is going to make you feel a little bit sad, you know, and it's going to make you feel like, oh God, you know, like you're going to lose somebody, but you're not going to, because I can see a very, very strong connection in between you two, and this is not going to do anything to your relationship in a negative way whatsoever. Actually, it has got very strong elements of you becoming even more connected through this, indeed. Okay, so this is something which is going to happen. But also, when it comes to June, you know that you are going to have a really beautiful experience, very positive experience when it comes to you being surrounded by the people. Sorry, there is going to be some kind of a party, baby. There is going to be some kind of a party, and like some kind of a gathering. I can see people around. I can see people enjoying themselves, and I can see you enjoying yourself, and I can see people like really getting on, and I can see you being surrounded by some people, very beautiful people in your life, who are going to be inspiring you so much. You know, there are lots of ideas you are going to have. There are lots of realizations you are going to have, and you know, there is somebody from these people. It's like, gonna be keep on reminding you of your childhood. So there are some of these people, or one person, it's going to be in June, it's going to be keep on reminding you of your childhood, but it's to do with a certain aspect of your childhood that you're going to be thinking about. It's you being impressed about something, inspired about something, and then you're thinking about certain aspects in your life from a very long time ago. When it comes to your childhood, for example, and you're going to realize, you're going to become like a little bit nostalgic, and then you will realize what's missing in your life when it comes to an ongoing plan that you are kind of focusing on, that you will be focusing on. You're also going to realize what's missing when it comes to such an important plan that you will be focusing on, that you will be working on. My God, this is going to be so big for you. This is going to be so big for you, because that's how not only you're going to reconnect with yourself, but this is going to be like such a powerful divine timing in your life, my gorgeous Gemini, indeed. So it's most certainly, this is this is going to be quite important, of course. And so it's like something is going to be revealed to you like that, you know, through your childhood. Like first of all, nostalgia, your childhood, then you're thinking, and then, oh my God, and then you're going to realize with an ongoing plan in your life, something that you're going to be working on so much, it's going to be major at this stage of your life, but also something that you kind of stumbled upon a little bit, and something that has been making you feel a little bit indecisive up until this moment in time. It's to do with an ongoing plan, something that you will be focusing on, and the reason why you felt a little bit indecisive is because you knew that there is some kind of a risk that you're going to need to take. But as the time when it comes to an ongoing plan in your life, but as the time goes by, this risk became like kind of even, it seemed like bigger and bigger. So this is why this is going to be important here, because it's going to create this really powerful moment of your own liberation indeed. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the months of July, for example, when it comes to the months of July, you are going to have such a beautiful, you are going to have a really powerful sign. My God, this is really going to blow you away. This sign, it's going to be impossible not to notice. Okay, this is going to be like a really powerful sign, or it's going to be like a really powerful omen. Okay, and I don't even know how to explain this, because when you have this sign, you will know, oh my God, this is my sign. This is my sign. And what I find really extraordinary is that the moment in time you have this powerful omen, the moment in time when you have this sign, you will also know that one particular person in your life needs your help. Somehow, something that you already were worrying about, somebody very precious in your life, somebody very beautiful, and I think it's like a young spirit, young soul, or maybe it's an older person with a young spirit. It's possible, you know, but I really feel very strongly young spirit here, and I really need you to understand the importance of this, because it's about something that you were worrying about that person already. You see, so this powerful omen and powerful sign you're going to have, it's immediately going to take you to that person in your mind. It's going to remind you of that person. And this is going to be such a mind-blowing confirmation that you were absolutely right. And it's to do with a certain person who you were worrying about, younger spirit. That person is going to need your help. And this is going to help you to break the ice, because you're going to need to start some kind of a subject or a conversation that you're going to find a little bit uncomfortable. But this in itself, it's going to be necessary for that particular balance when it comes to you getting the courage through it. Okay? And thank you God, that you're going to actually go and talk to that person, because your fears, not fears, but you know, it's going to be kind of confirmed to you. And there is an amazing advice that you're going to have. There is an amazing advice that you're going to give to that person. It's something that happened to you maybe in your past, or to somebody else in your past. And this situation, that what that person is going through, it's like very known to you. In one way or another, you're experienced with this, so you will know what to do, but it's to do with a subject that you don't want to talk about it. But this omen and this sign, it's really going to point you towards this person like there is no tomorrow. I thank God that you will go to talk to that person, because you would blame yourself forever if you didn't. It's so important for you to do this, because you're going to resolve some kind of a problem, but at the same time there is something major going to be there for you. Just out of the blue, there is some kind of conversation that you two are going to have, and nothing connected with this whatsoever, but it looks like this is going to be like a karmic reward, like almost immediately you're going to get, because somehow through the conversation, while you're having conversation with that person, you're going to be reminded of something major, something important you need to do, something that you forgot to do, but it's so important, it's so official, it's so important that you're going to need to do, and you're going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this. Maybe some kind of document or something you were dealing with like about a couple of years ago or something like like that, and you're gonna realize, oh my God, if I didn't kind of do this, my time would run out, type of thing. So you are gonna be reminded of something yourself that needs an urgent attention and care in your life as well. So this is how this is going to work, really. So the next month is, I'm just gonna double check before I go wrong, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the next month it's gonna be August 2025. Now listen to me very carefully. When it comes to August, you see, I know I said in July you're gonna be reminded of something like official, something important you need to do. Now when it comes to the month of August, you know, there is a this in itself is it's nothing to do with July, but August, this is a kind of what I want to say here is that you're going to need to do something legal here. There's no doubt about it. Something very, very important you're going to need to do here, because it's more about you having such a wise advice from somebody. It's all going to start like you will be talking to somebody really wise, really smart, really clever, really intelligent, somebody who is like, whoa, so intelligent when it comes to the life decisions and choices in general, but also somebody who is very spiritually intelligent as well. Someone is like, there is some kind of conversation going to be going on in between you and that other person, and that person is going to give you an advice that you are going to need to do something legal, something really official. And this is nothing to do with July, this is to do with August, and you having conversation with somebody really wise who is going to really give you this wise advice that you should actually start something legal here. And I strongly recommend you to do this, my God, whatever this is. Maybe this is like some kind of a court case. Maybe this is something like really official, really important, some kind of a document that you're going to need to do, some kind of a document that you're going to need to sign, something really legal you're going to need to do, really legal. That's how I can describe this. And the reason why I have to scream of the rooftops that you actually need to do this is because for your financial situation, this is going to be absolutely superb. There is something financial that something major financial that you're actually going to get out of it. And this is why it's important to do this, okay? And it's not necessarily a court case, but it could be a court case, but it's not necessarily a court case, but something official, something important, you know, something very legal to deal with and things like that. But it's going to be the right advice you are going to get from that person. There is no doubt about it, because I do know that there is a big surprise that is going to come to you out of all this. And that big surprise is going to come in the form of you having, like financially, you're going to be so much better off. Financially, you're going to be so much better off, my gorgeous Gemini. And this is what you need to remember. Whatever this is, and even if it's putting you off, you have to go for it, because it's going to lead towards this. I'm not being funny. So this is why I need you to do this. It's just so important, my gorgeous Gemini. And when it comes to the month of September 2025, my gorgeous Gemini, like, oh my God, big achievement, such a big reward, such a big recognition. In September, you are going to have a major achievement. There is no doubt about it. It's to do with the success, it's to do with money, it's to do with finances, it's to do with you being so happy and so pleased with yourself. Yes, I said before, like in May, I said that you are going to have a reward in May, didn't I? But in September, this is going to be huge, my gorgeous Gemini, because in September 2025, 2025, you will have not only this big achievement and big success, and this is why I need you to remain open-minded when it comes to like you starting a venture, you opening your mind, you starting to feel like you haven't felt in absolute ages. This is why I'm saying that you need to remain open-minded, because this super big achievement you're going to have in September, it's gonna be so brilliant, and it's also the beginning of you realizing, oh my God, you realizing what an ultimate change you're actually going to have. After this moment in time, my gorgeous Gemini, you're literally going to have so much to look forward to. And also, again, when it comes to this big achievement, this big recognition, you're gonna feel so happy, and you will like turn around and think about all those times when you were struggling, and all those times when you were unhappy, and all those times when things weren't easy in your life. And this is gonna feel even better, trust me, because it's gonna be such a big and ultimate achievement for you. But what I need you to focus on right now, of course you're gonna be happy when it comes to this achievement, but there is some kind of major step here, major choice you are gonna realize you're gonna need to make. There is a major step, major choice you're gonna realize you're gonna need to make, But I do see you being just still kind of like, oh my God, like not really too certain, not too sure. I can see you contemplating a little bit, but there is nothing to contemplate. What you need to focus on right now, you need to focus on what exactly are you passionate about. If you need to focus on your passion and keep going, because this would not happen if you did not focus on your passion in the first place. When we do create some kind of a really big achievement through our own passion, then this is coming from your own passion, my gorgeous Gemini, and this is like the most seriously we get out of this spiritual journey. So I need you to focus on, there is certain step you're gonna need to take here as well. So it's about you having this major achievement, big achievement. You're going to be happy, you're going to be excited, but there is some kind of a major step you're going to need to take here. Just remember, it's a major choice. You're going to make a major choice. You will know that this is going to lead towards an ultimate change. You will know that this will lead towards an ultimate change. So naturally, you're going to realize that there is a major choice you're going to need to make now. And this is what it's to do with a certain step, and thank God you're going to do this. By the end of that month, you're going to do this. It's this major step you're going to make. After that, it's most certain, I can describe this as you going on the next level. You are keeping this going. You're going to find yourself within this flow. You're going to be unrestricted. And this is why it's important to do something about it immediately as well. So yes, you're going to be happy with this achievement, but you need to take this on the next level. You need to keep this going, okay? This is why this is going to be so important when it comes to the months of September, my gorgeous Gemini, 2025. And when it comes to October, my gorgeous Gemini, what I find really fascinating is how somebody who is no longer in your life, somebody who died, somebody who passed away, somebody who is in a spirit world, you will be keep on reminded of that particular person in October like never before. Seriously, you really are going to be reminded of this certain person that has been in your life that is no longer in your life, for example, and you're gonna feel this person like, wow, on a completely different level. Maybe that person died like kind of years ago, maybe that person died not that long ago. Do you know what I mean? But you are gonna keep on being reminded of this person who is no longer with you, but it's gonna feel like kind of different. And it's okay, this is going to mean to you a lot, but I need to tell you something, that every time when you feel this person, this spirit around you, every time when you're reminded of this person, And you're going to be you're going to feel this very strongly. You may even become so emotional as well, how you're going to feel this, to be quite honest with you. I really need you to pay attention to, because every time you will be reminded of that particular person who is no longer in this world, you will see that you are standing in your own way when it comes to something. You're standing in your own way when it comes to something really important to you. So this is going to help you to kind of move forward by trying to identifying what that is. You're thinking negatively about something subconsciously, and you're not even realizing that this is still keeping a very important door locked right in front of you. And it's all down to you. It's all down to you. Okay, you need to release this negative energy, because this negative energy is really still holding you in a little box, and it's keeping you closed-minded. I hope this makes sense, my gorgeous Gemini. So every single time when you're reminded of that person who is no longer with you, just remember, you need to reflect on what was on your mind. Maybe at that moment in time, maybe 5 minutes earlier, you were thinking about something negatively and you're not even realizing. Maybe it happened like that morning. You were thinking about doing something, but you're not even consciously realizing that, you're being negative about something. And this is going to really help you to release this negative and to identify what this is, so you can move on. You can liberate yourself from this. There is a major realization you're going to have. Okay? Do you see what I mean? It's going to help you to move forward in your life, but also to identify what you're subconsciously what are you yourself subconsciously still, how you subconsciously still holding yourself back. So it's going to allow you to have your own awakening and snap out of it. So this is what, snap out of it. So this is what you need to remember when it comes to October, my gorgeous Gemini, October 2025. And I'm not surprised that you are gonna kind of feel somebody who used to be in your life who is no longer here, because obviously at the end of October we've got Samhain, which is like at the end of or what they call it, Halloween or whatever, which is at the end of, on the 31st of October. The veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest. So of course there are all sorts of energies that we feel that we don't normally feel. But it's not only about the 31st of October. The whole month is very spiritual and it's completely different. And because you're so sensitive when it comes to these energies, you, my gorgeous Gemini, are gonna benefit quite a lot from it. And also, my gorgeous Gemini, for example, when it comes to the months of November, so that was the month of October. When it comes to the month of November, my gorgeous Gemini, you need to understand that there is something that you will want to learn. There is something that you will see 2 or 3 people, maybe, or a group of people, or maybe a couple of people are going to be working on something. They're going to be collaborating. They're going to be doing something. They're going to be working together, So maybe this is going to be somewhere out. Maybe you're going to be somewhere outside. Maybe you're going to be for example, maybe you're going to be watching them on TV. Maybe you're going to be watching them on your laptop. Maybe you're going to be watching them on your phone. It really doesn't matter how you're going to connect to this situation, but I'm talking about you. This is going to get your attention one way or another. This is going to get your attention, my gorgeous Gemini, and you're going to kind of focus on this group of people in November. And this is such a spiritual time of the year, November, 11th month of the year, so things are super spiritual at that time. So you're gonna connect to this group of people, and you will be looking at what they're gonna be doing, and something is gonna really impress you. You're gonna connect to something that they're gonna be doing, and there is so much more to this than you can possibly imagine. Now suddenly, boom, you're gonna find yourself wanting to learn something, exactly along those lines what they were doing. You will want to learn something, you will want to do something, you will want to jump into something as soon as you can. You will want to like kind of explore something almost immediately, and I really strongly suggest you to do this, please. This is also a lot to do with this really incredible part of the year you're going to find yourself at. It's the very spiritual part of the year, because it's the 11th month of the year, which is really super spiritual, and it's also clearly indicating the fact that this is not only divine time in your life, but this is a lot to do with your own destiny again. This is an important destiny point. You're actually another important destiny point you're going to have. It's not only about, oh yeah, I just saw this random people, they were doing something, I just got connected to it, it's amazing. No, baby, no, there is more to it. There is a reason why you're gonna feel so connected to what these people were doing. And thank God that you are going to really take this very seriously, and there is something that you're going to need to do when it comes to you. You're going to decide to kind of learn this, and you're going to kind of like really dive into it. You're going to start exploring it, and boom, something major, it's going to come out of it. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Geminini, but by the end of that month, you are going to you're going to realize that whatever you wanted to learn, whatever you were impressed by, oh my God, you're going to realize there is so much more to it. There is so much more to it. Like in terms of possibilities are going to be like kind of endless. In terms of bright prospects, it's going to be like kind of endless. And let me tell you that this is going to lead towards the beginning of a beautiful adventure as well. This is going to lead towards such a beautiful adventure in your life, where you are going to meet some incredible people, incredible spirits, incredible souls who are going to make your life so much more beautiful, so much better, my gorgeous Gemini. So this is why this is also in November going to be so important indeed. By the time you get to the months of December, my gorgeous Gemini, do you know that you are in December to start with? In December to start with, I really like this, because within the first few days in December, there is some kind of a challenge that you have been going through for the last 7 months, okay? So the first 7 days in December, within the first around 7 days in December, there is some kind of a challenge that you were going through for the last 7 months, which was maybe affecting your money, and maybe it was affecting your finances, and it was affecting your emotional state of mind as well. And it was also that challenge that you were going through for the last 7 months here was also not only affecting you emotionally, not only affecting your finances a little bit, but it was also, on top of all that, it was making things so much more difficult to you. Everything was so much more stressful because of this challenge. So the good thing is that this challenge is going to come to an end within the first 7 days in December 2025. This is going to be brilliant. And then after that, my gorgeous Geminini, you are going to also in December, you are going to come up as soon as that challenge comes to an end, and you will know what this is, baby. You will know. As soon as that challenge comes to an end, you're going to be very happy. You will want to party. You will want to, have some kind of celebration, because you're going to come up with such an important conclusion, and an important conclusion that you are going to come up because that challenge came to an end that was affecting you in every possible way. Seriously, this big conclusion you're going to come up, it's going to be consisting of you making such an important compromise here, such an important compromise, which is only like about maybe within the next couple of weeks after you have that compromise. This in itself is going to lead towards a really surprising phone call or a surprising text message, which is going to really provide you with this mind-blowing option, some kind of negotiation. You will have a choice to negotiate, but this negotiation is going to be mind-blowing. So the bottom line is this is all going to lead towards such a successful negotiation, and this negotiation to you is going to mean to so much. It's going to be so successful because you are going to find yourself for the first time after a very, very long time on such a beautiful path path in your life. Of course, this is the path towards your own destiny, but you're also going to feel like, oh my God, for the first time ever, I'm feeling this vision. You know, I'm following my vision, but I'm feeling every single aspect of this vision I'm following, and how much this actually changed me, how much this transformed me. I can't speak. How much has this transformed me? I can't speak. Look, I'm done. I'm finished. Bye. See you later. Honestly, how much this transformed you, my gorgeous Gemini. There you go. You will be thinking, how much did your life transform? How much did your life transform? It's actually absolutely brilliant indeed. So also you are going to have all sorts of like kind of ideas and realization when it comes to your future. What are you going to do? You really are going to perk up. You're also going to make a major decision before the end of the month of December. Major decision, because all this is going to allow you to kind of speed up certain things in your life, you know, and this is why this is going to be so important for you indeed. Like, whoa, so much to look forward to, my gorgeous Gemini. This is crazy. So now I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to I'll take for this four. What is gonna be a tarot card of the year? Please be something nice, okay? Please be something nice. Yeah, be nice, yeah? Okay, so now, my gorgeous Gemini, I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the whole year, 2025. Let's just see. Let's just see, baby. What is going to be a tarot? Oh, my God. Look at this. Beautiful. You're going to be so intuitive. You're going to be so like kind of psychic throughout this year. You're going to reconnect with yourself like never before. This year, it's going to be full of inspiration. This year, you're going to feel like, you know, you want to do so much. You want to try so much. So honestly, from the beginning of 2025, you're going to feel like you've never felt before. There are so many things which are going to inspire you. And each thing inspires you throughout this year. It's going to play an important role when it comes to you kind of understanding yourself more, even better, you know, each step of the way. So this is in itself a really beautiful year, my gorgeous Gemini, when it comes to the process of healing. You know, this year is going to heal you, and this is beautiful. Honestly, so, you know, this year it's going to be different, and you are most certainly going to like it. There are going to be lots of ideas you're going to have you've never had before. There are going to be lots of inspirations you're going to have, and especially those ideas you've never had before. I need you to take them very, very seriously, because they are going to lead towards major things later on. It's such a beautiful sign of changes taking place in your life. So that's why you need to focus on those new ideas that you are going to have, because there are going to be plenty of them throughout this year. What a powerful card. And also, what's going to be your oracle card of the year, my gorgeous Gemini? Let's just see. Your oracle card of the year is going to be, let's just see, baby. Oh gosh, you see, it's time when you're moving on. Release. You're moving on. You're moving forward. There are certain things that are gonna come to an end that have been bothering you for so long. There are certain things that have been really affecting your emotional well-being. You know, certain problems that you have been dealing with. Some of them were caused by certain people in your life. Some of them with certain unfortunate situations you were going through. This is going to be such a beautiful time where things are really going to feel kind of different, you know? And you're going to realize naturally that you need to move forward with your life. You know, you need to move forward with your life indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Gemini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, okay? I wish you all the best. I wish you Happy New Year 2025. And all I can say, my gorgeous Gemini, this year is literally going to be like never before. Seriously, make the most of it. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. Do you know why this little purple Suji pendant is so special? Huh? Not only because it's so beautiful and it's so striking, but this purple Suji is very special because it has this ability to protect us, you know, against other people's energies. So with other words, we really are able to protect our own energies. And when it comes to setting the boundaries in our lives, making the right decisions and doing the right things in general, you know, it is absolutely ever so important to have the right balance in our lives. By that, I mean, if we do not set the boundaries with certain things in life without even realizing, this is going to be draining our energy, which does affect our own decision makings. So when it comes to like being indecisive, you know, being indecisive can be really dangerous in so many different ways, because the life goes by and we keep on being indecisive. By being indecisive, you know, we lose certain opportunities, we lose certain lifestyles we could live. We never find out what's on the other side. So this is why this purple Suji pendant, my gorgeous people, it's so important. Not only this is going to help you and protect you from absorbing other people's energies, but it's also brilliant for healing, and it addresses issues like, you know, paranoia and insomnia as well. So it's brilliant when it comes to like us, you know, having that feeling where we feel secure and where we feel relaxed, you know. It helps us to kind of release worry and to get on with our lives. So I strongly recommend you, my gorgeous people, to get this purple Suji pendant. Okay, this comes with sterling silver, gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. This is something I highly recommend you to get. Hello, my gorgeous people. Another pendant I want to like recommend you would be this absolutely gorgeous and ever so special porcelain jasper. Porcelain jasper is so important when it comes to us balancing our energies and when it comes to reducing inflammation, for example, but it's also important when it comes to reducing anxiety as well. It improves focus, and it's also absolutely brilliant for the relationships in our lives, you know. It attracts the right people in our lives, you see, and this is ever so important when it comes to our spiritual journey, because it's not only about attracting the right people into our lives, but it's also able to help us to attract the right experiences into our lives as well. So this is why I think this porcelain jasper, it's ever so special to have, my gorgeous people. Indeed, this gorgeous porcelain jasper comes with gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is as usual in the description below. By buying from my channel, my gorgeous people, you're also supporting my channel as well. So thank you very much for that. Hello, my gorgeous people. Just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.